We're talking everything from this latest episode of Your Friends and Neighbors, Season 2, Episode 8. Coop's found himself in a little bit of trouble, and everyone's just trying to control everything, but really, they simply can't. All that and more on an episode of Unbinged starting now. Welcome into Unbinged, podcast where we break down the shows, movies, and news you love to binge. I'm Alfredo Brown. Joined as always, I got Jagger May, Sam Holt, Matt Kopfhamer. We're talking everything from Your Friends and Neighbors, but first, the spoiler warning.
This is your one and only spoiler warning for everything Your Friends and Neighbors, Season 2, Episode 8. If you haven't watched it, go do that, and then come back and join us.
Guys, this episode of Your Friends and Neighbors, to me, really reflected. It's all about these characters trying to take control while realizing they just really can't control anything. Coop trying to be a better man until he's abducted late in the episode. Mel trying to control her legal situation makes it worse. Barney and Grace trying to control their own relationship. Elena is getting controlled by Felix, and then Allie leaves her job. It's just there's so many things these characters are trying to do. Even Ash trying to control Sam. There's so much going on here. Sam, which of these storylines sticks out to you most?
I mean, obviously, I feel like Coop is still the most compelling. The thing that I feel like with Ash and Sam is like, you can kind of call this a mile away, all the actions that he's doing and all the overperforming. And I even appreciated that the writing, when they were having the confrontation, Ash did the normal guy thing, which is when she's very justifiably angry, he says, you know, most girls would really love this. It's like, you know what? That just completely cements his character to me in terms of how it's written. So I really appreciated the authenticity there, because if he had backed down from that or not said that, he would have been pretending too much. And Ash has already shown us exactly who he is. So he's going to continue to do that and show that to Sam. So I appreciated that honesty. I think that Coop's try or attempt to return to norm was fleeting and I think a little bit disappointing, but I really appreciated this moment with him and his dad talking in that bathroom while he's stuck, and then he's able to get out. And I feel like that was a moment where his dad's not only saying go and be honest, but also go, and he's going to protect him on his path to try and be better, because he didn't get caught
On his spirit walk?
Spirit walk.
I hate Spirit Dad.
Same.
I think
I've
I've
Spirit
said this
Dad?
on several.
Yeah, Ghost Dad's got to go.
Yeah, dude. Like, this shit is corny as fuck, man. I just don't like it. I've said this before on this pod. This is very on brand, Sam. So it's like, I don't like ghost flashback people, haunted stuff. Like, I get that people have PTSD and trauma. I just don't like a character talking to themselves. It's just not very good. Just like, give me some narration, you know? Like, I can hear John Hamm talk about a fucking watch. I'm sure I can hear him talk about grief. You know,
I think it's even so much more effective if they just do a flashback to a conversation he and his dad had once upon a time. Not Ghost Dad sitting on the bathroom counter, you know, being like, so you stole
Just
a baseball
looking
card, now you're
disappointed.
stuck in a bathroom.
I didn't teach you how to do that, son. You know, I don't know. It's
Go
And then
watch the
giving him-
Mets.
Yeah, and then giving him divine protection as he walks through the middle of a marital fight. Is that what we're supposed to take from that? Is that he has divine protection now from his dead father, or
I think that
just
was a little
luck?
bit of a reach. On
Yeah,
that.
I didn't see that. I saw it more as like a microcosm of the show, that like all these people
Plot
are so
convenience?
wealthy. A little bit, but it's just like all these people are so wealthy and so bothered by each of their own problems, they don't see what's happening right under their nose. And it
Yeah.
feels almost like they played out the intro of him walking around with all the broken stuff around him, and it
chaos.
just felt very, very similar.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the internet video or the meme where it's like you have this group of like teenagers or kids, whatever, like dancing and shit, and they're like, "Did you notice the dancing bear walking through the background?" It felt very much like that. Where it's like
You
these two are
just showed
so-
your age so bad.
I know
That's
it's old.
that's at least
Whatever.
15 years old.
I don't even know
Sure,
what he's talking about,
I'm-
man.
Yeah,
and I'm,
you might as well have said
That's
the time
that's
to
a
it's a-
video that's
it's a
like
psychology
specific to
thing.
our friend group from like right out of college.
okay.
Where it would be like
But
a
basically,
breakdancing
the
bear
premise
in
is
the
the
background.
same. Yeah, it's like you're so focused on one thing. So this couple is so focused on themselves fighting that it doesn't matter what John Hamm's doing. They won't see him, and that just triggered that, unlocked that deeply held memory of that fucking video from 15 years ago.
and we've all been in fights before as a couple. It kind of do be like that. Like if you're like in the moment, you can even if you're like text arguing at work, you can even focus at your job that you're physically at sometimes. So like in your own home, in your element, I don't like I joked about plot convenience, but I think it's way more realistic than a lot of people would think, you know.
Guys, let's talk more about these characters. Before we do that, if you're enjoying this conversation that we're having about your friends and neighbors, please take a second to comment down below with your thoughts. Like this video, hype this video if you're watching on YouTube. If you're listening over on Apple or Spotify, leave a 5-star review with your thoughts on Unbinged, because we're not just covering your friends and neighbors, but we've been covering Widow's Bay on Apple TV as well. We just finished The Boys over on Prime Video. We've got Euphoria for our premium members over on HBO Max. And then coming soon on Apple, we've got Cape Fear. We've also got Silo. And then on HBO Max, we've got House of the Dragon coming up. So we're going to be covering a lot of stuff for you guys. Make sure you're subscribed to Unbinged and hanging out with us after each of these shows. Now, guys, I think Coop still remains the top storyline from this, especially with the way the episode ends. He gets abducted. Do we have any thoughts as to who or what this might be? Kopf, your hand is up. I'll call on you first.
Yay. I think we're meant to think it's Ash, obviously, right? He goes to Liv at the beginning of the episode. He gives her, like, here's what's actually happening. And he specifically goes to Liv because he knows she will not do anything about it. There's a part of him that does not want to get caught, even though he says he wants to do the right thing. I actually don't think it's related to that at all. And I think we may getting some messy overlap between what's going on with Elena and Felix. And this may be a surprise twist where he kidnaps... Felix is the one kidnapping Coop as a way to put pressure on Elena.
I don't believe that because they spoke really good English, and I'm not trying to be racist on that, but like,
No, it's
if they're going
fair.
to kidnap somebody, like I would just assume that, like, they all have accents, you know, like they're all like a
Stereotype.
yeah, pretty new citizens or still immigrants. So and then
not
on top
offended.
of that, what would they gain out of like kidnapping Coop? You know, like I guess
Well,
they would gain money. Like you just can't kidnap
Sorry.
white people. That's not smart.
Yes and no. So the reason I think that is because earlier in the episode, Felix confronts Elena is like, I'm still trying to figure out how you came up with this money. So I wonder if somehow Felix has uncovered that they have a working relationship, and so he wants in on it, and this is his way of applying pressure to both sides. I could be completely off because the obvious answer is it was Ash.
Yeah.
I think that homegirl is working with Ash already, and
Which home?
Elena?
Coop went
Elena
and
or Cricket?
snitched. Yeah, actually, I think
Yeah.
either one of them.
Both?
Yeah, I think that the Miss 29, they said it like, how are you already on point on this? How is this already happening? We're already seeing
Oh,
that
Liv.
Ash.
You're talking about
Liv.
Liv.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
who else was in the episode, Kopf?
Elena, Cricket's been mentioned, Liv. That's why I was like,
Oh.
you're like homegirl. I'm like, which one?
Oh yeah, well the one he snitched to is what I'm talking about. Like,
Okay,
what
good.
what did Coop do that you shouldn't do in crime? You ran your mouth. You tried to kill a major deal. Like that's the only thing that I think that makes sense to me.
I think it's
Or like a
Ash,
bachelor
and I think-
party, and I'd be
yeah.
pissed if it was like some bachelor or whatever.
Oh,
dude.
it'd
But
be
that's
funny
what
if
I
this
think.
is
That's
Ash.
exactly what I think it is. I think it's Ash kidnapping
Old
him
school.
for a bros weekend to make up for the weekend that they had, and he thinks that he's being funny by pulling a prank.
Oh, this is just old
That
school.
kind of tracks.
Funny, hilarious.
Ash like not learning his lesson from the thing with Sam and being
Yep.
like, fine, if a woman won't appreciate me going over the top, the
Guys
boys will. Guys,
boys
This
will.
was for the
And
boys.
then we're gonna
We're gonna see Nick and Barney.
Nick, we're gonna
Yeah.
see Barney, and then we're gonna see Coop, and they're gonna be looking at each other, and then he's gonna be like, "Guys, weekend," and they're gonna be like, "What the fuck? Like, why?"
I'll say this:
We're going to
whatever it
Vegas.
was, they didn't seem to be very well coordinated. They obviously they know who he is, they know where he lives, so it does seem like there's like a little bit of recon or at least understanding of who he is. Speaking out loud during that type of abduction, not a smart move. Like you don't want to give up
that was
any
a red
indication
flag
of who
for
you
me.
are. Right.
Yeah.
So that's what leads me to believe it's either someone from the financial sector that's putting pressure on him to, hey, shut the fuck up and don't ruin this deal, or it is something as silly as like Boys Weekend, and it's just all a big red herring for us to be a little worried.
Oh shit!
I actually
Do you think it
lean
might
that
be Jack?
for. why would Jack care? Fuck Jack and fuck.
If
Jack's worried
okay,
about
so
his
Coop
dick
runs
getting
his
out.
mouth to Liv. Liv then goes to Jack and be like, "We have a problem," and then Jack's like, "Fuck, I gotta take care of this myself."
It could be.
Actually, when you put it like that, it goes.
That's
what
that's
Alfredo
where my
said.
head was.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I think we're at the point too. Because like Liv really says it. She's like, everything has worked out. Shut the fuck up, and we're all good. There is no issue here. Everything is safe. But if you try to do the right thing, all of a sudden, then we're all fucked, and you're looking at prison. And
Maybe Jack's trying to pull. Jack might have his own angle in this deal as well, you know, and that's why he's putting up. Yeah, actually, Cough. I think that theory's one for me now. Sam's Boys Weekend 2, mine 3. I just don't believe. I already forgot your first one, Cough. Whatever you said.
Yeah, me too.
oh,
said it
Elena, and Felix's people.
Oh, yeah.
That's the least
yeah.
likely at this point.
Least
yeah.
likely.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
Boys
Not,
Weekend.
not impossible. But.
It's not impossible. You're right, but like improbable.
Question: you guys hit a dog in the driveway. Not your dog. You're in Mel's situation. What you doing?
Dogs
Hey
run away
Sam,
all
can
the
you say
time.
you hit the dog instead, so that way I don't look like a monster?
That's what I thought was gonna
I
happen.
thought that's what was going to happen. She's like, people hate me already. I'll just say I was coming
Yeah.
to visit you. I turned in the driveway too fast and he was there, and that was it.
But her
Burying the
music,
dog feels like actually the
Bad
worst
idea.
decision here, depending on where they buried him.
Well, also they messed up the burial. You went and cracked a pipe. That pipe's gonna leak, and then it's not gonna. You can't bury them there. So obviously that's just gonna lead everything there. And then you have to not bury it on your yard because you've got this person that's trying to put a restraining order. You're gonna be the first suspect. You're gonna have people looking around your yard. This is not where you put the body. If you want to put a body somewhere, not saying that I thought about it.
If you were gonna leave the dog, like if you were gonna leave the Arlo,
She's right.
Let's give him his name. If you're gonna leave Arlo anywhere instead of burying him, you
Fuck
take
Arlo.
him and you put
No,
him
it's not.
down at the end of the road so it looks like somebody else hit him, and then
Yes.
you. Oh my God, I'm hearing
you
about
can't
this for
do
the
that.
first time.
You got to be
Oh,
able to
probably
hide the
cameras,
dog
though.
because cameras. So
Yes,
you gotta
cameras.
gotta keep
That's-
an eye on cameras.
I'm curious because they've already talked about the cameras seeing her on the property and near the property line with how much construction is going on. I wouldn't be surprised if the cameras are pointed towards her fence to see the construction workers at all times. And it wouldn't surprise me if there's an angle in which the cameras saw that it was Mel.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Out of side stories, I find myself overwhelmed by the shift to like ensemble cast and like it's really hard to get someone like me to care about these many emotional things. Like I'm actually super happy Allie left. I'm like, good. I'm hoping this is writing her off. I really enjoy this, but this is like one too many problems. But this whole thing makes sense because after watching HBO's Neighbors, man, I've seen people have beef for less, you know, and Arlo is a victim. I know I joked about saying fuck Arlo. He's a victim here because you're telling me you
R.I.P.
can't fit this dog in. It's 100% on them. And like, I
Oh,
think
yeah.
you're right. You just have homegirls say like, I hit the dog pulling into the driveway. Sorry. You know,
Yeah.
and there's nothing that anyone can do. And if you take that shit all the way to court, you know what a judge is going to say?
You're
Why
crazy.
was it your
Get outta
dog in
here.
your lawn?
And you know
in
what
your
it
yard?
does is it solves it kind of solves some of the previous problems too by proving that
Yes.
this dog is never on the property it's supposed to be in. They're not fit to be dog owners. It actually, like, she had a solution right there. And it's ironic that the lawyer gave her a solution, go talk to them and apologize, and that made things worse. But then when
Yeah.
the
That's
solution
almost
actually
never what lawyers tell you to do. Most of the
Right.
time,
Yeah.
lawyers
Stay
say
the fuck
never
away.
talk to
Yeah.
them again. Never
Never.
look at them.
I wonder if that's like a privilege thing a little bit. Like they're trying to paint that picture here of like, well, if you just go talk to them nicely,
Yeah.
maybe it'll all go
I think
away.
that makes sense. It's definitely.
Well, she
pretty-
had it in the bag until she mentions like, "Oh, I know plenty of people in the field because I'm a licensed psychotherapist," and that's when they were like, "Oh, we're gonna fuck with you a little bit more now."
Yeah.
But I get her perspective though, where she's saying like she just feels like she's being gaslit by everyone. Where she's just like, I'm a very normal fucking person. I just get mad sometimes, and like it's just you got to control that though. You have
But
to.
that's where Coop is right, where he's like, "Just fuck it. You're an adult. Fucking put it past. Like get fucking past it. Like what are you doing? This is way too small of an issue to allow it to let your entire life get ruined over. Like what are we doing?"
Pot kettle.
Yeah, but he's not
Yeah,
in a
of
situation
course.
to explain that he's also a pot.
He's a pot.
Of course. he is not
We are
he is
pot.
not wrong though in his sentiment
are
though
pot.
to her that she needs to be the adult in this situation and not let this thing keep spiraling.
It's
And
a
she's
lot of
kinda-
childishness across this show. Like,
Yeah, there was a lot of
childish
childishness
emotion.
in this episode.
Yeah, normally I would have been saying like, man, fuck these teenage, not like that, but like these teenagers are fucking annoying. Sorry, phrasing. But like the adults are acting like teenagers more often than not. And it honestly, it puts everything into perspective where I'm like, the teenagers actually aren't that bad. Like they just have a few issues here and there, but they're pretty reserved for spoiled rich kids.
My
Speaking
favorite
of
was
teenagers.
Hunter freaking out at everyone who was like having an argument in the car and he's driving terrible and they're like, and you're driving terrible. And he's like, everyone shut up. It's like that one dad that gets tired of everyone on the road trip. And it's like, I need to focus on my task. You guys need to calm down. And I loved how everyone was just like, oh shit.
It's the quiet dad that never says anything mean and then blows up, and everyone's like, oh, we kind of need to take dad serious right now.
Yeah. Despite the fact that it was a teenager that did it. But yes, it's that quiet, like, you don't expect them. And once you've riled them up, you really are like, oh, I've gone too far.
It was nice to see Hunter get a moment to show that he's actually starting to grow a spine and having a little bit of character development because he's
That's
always been
Delilah.
the wallflower. And yep, thank you for bringing that up because I was going to say it's because Delilah, I think, is giving him the confidence to really exert himself. And I wonder how that's going to either blow up or continue. Is he going to be the only one that like has a normal character development arc, or is he going to somehow stumble in the next couple
I
episodes?
think he's the most likely to suffer really terrible collateral damage because he's doing nothing wrong, staying in his lane,
That's
just
writing.
trying to be happy, and then he's hanging out with probably a viper. And then like Coop, even though I really enjoy his parenting, his presence is the problem with his parenting. But when he's there, he's very good. On top of that, it'll be really easy for a Hunter to blame Coop because it's Coop's fault, not Coop's fault. Like you're doing crime and then you try to do the coward's way of getting out. You can't just all of a sudden say, well, my heart's changed and I'm going to do this. So it is his fault that Hunter's life is affected, even albeit indirectly. I think that's going to be more collateral damage from your fucking kids, or environmental damage from your kids later. I just feel bad for him because like Alfredo, I agreed with you. Like we didn't care about him, and now I'm just like, man, he's the only one I like because he's kind of shutting the fuck up and doing his thing. I have a question for you, Alfredo, because like I'm kind of shifting gears a little bit because we're talking about all these emotions with all these characters. Barney and his wife. You and your wife work closely together. You guys have worked together before. Do you think his wife is in the wrong for going and talking to Coop like that, or?
I think it all depends on your relationship, and I know that's such a cop-out answer, but he knows his wife better than anyone. I know Gabby, and Gabby knows me, and I think we both expect each other to not do that. She made that very clear early in the relationship. You don't talk to other people about our problems. We talk to each other. We keep that in-house. That's something that I assume if they have been married for a long time, they know the rules with one another, and maybe that's never been established. And he knows that he's got a woman that's going to go out there and put her thing down with Coop. So I imagine he already knows who she is. And it doesn't help because he wasn't offended that she spoke to Coop. He was more offended that he felt like she stopped believing in him. And I think that's the thing that you worry about most with the person you are married to that is your partner for life, is that they just don't even believe in who you are anymore or what you can do.
I felt for Barney like that,
Yeah.
but like at the same time, I just thought about what his wife was saying, and she's right. Like it is.
She's 1,000% right.
Yeah, like she's right, but at the same time, you can't just go. I think you nailed it. They probably found a bridge that they needed to cross, and this fight was like a necessary thing to figure that out. Because like I felt myself siding with Barney, but like at this, because I've been there. But at the same time, it's like, man, I'm a stay-at-home wife raising 3 kids. I have my say too, and you just don't seem to be like having your shit in order. And then at the same time, I think that like Barney bitching is a little annoying, I think. And I guess I get where your father-in-law is an asshole, but like, oh my God, I have to be rich to work for this other fucking rich guy that I probably don't have to talk to any more than I do already because we work for such a huge company. Money. Hearing him bitch and complain for someone like me is kind of annoying, you know?
I completely
On-
agree. I
on
found that
one hand-
wildly annoying.
On one hand, I agree with, like, I see where Barney's coming. It's like, it's emasculating to have to go beg for a job to my father-in-law who doesn't respect me, doesn't treat me right anyway.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I think he's also being very short-sighted.
Yeah.
Because you get that job. Yeah, you eat shit for a couple years, but then you work your fucking way up. And then you take over. And your daddy-in-law doesn't have a choice. 'cause that
Daddy-in-law ain't gonna
motherfucker's
live
old.
forever. You nailed it, dog.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he is being so short-sighted because his pride is getting in the way. And I would love to see, and that's just how Barney's character is. He's very prideful. He's very much in the moment. And for being a wealth manager, it's crazy that he's so short-sighted. Because you would think he'd have a little bit more Machiavellian insights into being like, hey, I can take over the family company and then I am fucking a billionaire and I don't have to work for anybody. They have to work for me. And he's just not seeing that picture yet.
It's like, again, I'm a betting and fantasy analyst, you know, but like I can't say that I do like risk analysis like Barney does, but like, buddy, even I can see that. Like, I'm not saying you can't be friends with Coop, but he's a fucking risk, my guy. Like, Coop firing you, like even Coop knows he's a risk. Like, it feels like everyone but Barney was like, man, maybe you guys don't need to do business together. And then Barney's using this Coop thing. It's like his Corvette, you know, it's his midlife crisis. It's like, oh, this is a fun project. You know, like Coop's this beat up fucking car that I'm going to leave in my driveway forever to be an eyesore and never actually fix because I don't really know how to fix it.
Pride ends up being one of the biggest things that undoes relationships all the time.
Men.
And honestly, it is both ways, but
It's
men is more often. But like in this conversation with Barney and Grace, it genuinely felt like one of the most authentic pieces or scenes, pieces of dialogue in this entire show.
I mean, I'm asking about relationships, me, you know.
It felt very raw and very real. And like as someone, I've been on that side of where Barney is too, where like right now I'm transitioning between jobs. I've actually worked with my dad and I've been there and I've been like, fuck, I kind of don't want to do this. How do I stop doing this? You can't break up with dad. That's a very like tough conversation to have. And so I can
see you later.
I can. That usually only goes one way. You did it to me. I'm doing it to
reverse.
you. Laugh at the pain. The thing with Barney is, I think the logic's gone out the window. But this conversation with Grace really brought him back a little bit.
Brought
And
him back
his character needed it
Well, he
so
needed to
bad.
be called out for the fact that when she said you've been lost lately, I mean, it's him thinking he's getting away with his behavior and his anxiety and his worries about all these things, and she sees everything. So you can't act like everything's okay when it's clearly not. So that's also concerning. So from an emotional standpoint, seeing your partner struggle and dealing with something they don't want to talk about, whatever it ends up being, you're causing more problems by not being honest that you're going through something right now or you're dealing with something right now, and even though I can't talk about it or I'm not ready to talk about it, I need you to be aware that it's not you, but two, I'm trying to figure out things for us. So it doesn't so you're also addressing I'm trying to solve the bigger problem that you're already concerned about, and it is worrying me too. But you have to have that conversation so you can then be together on it.
Yeah,
Nobody knows
that's,
you better than your partner.
Yeah. And I
No
love
way.
that you said it was a very raw moment too, because like as someone like Sam, I'm assuming that you could relate to Grace. Well, like for me, like I felt myself living through Barney, because I was like, fuck Grace. And then when Grace was just like, no, I don't feel any of those things. Like it felt very genuine. I'm like, oh, she's just trying to help. Like all those things are coming from like, I love you and I want to help you. And then like as a dude that's been there, it's like, no, you think I'm small and you think I need help? Fuck you.
I'm not
like
a 5'9"
really...
dude. I'm 6'3". Why'd you
Yeah,
give me 5'9" pants?
Dude, actually, you're nailing that. Like he's having his like Dennis, I'm a 5-star
Alamo Brown
man
moment.
moment.
Alamo Brown moment.
Yeah.
What was
I'm trying to
most
think back.
indicative to me sorry. One last thing about that. The most indicative part to me was when he's like, it's me and you. Remember, Grace? It's me and you against the world. And she's like, no, dummy. It's me, you, 2 kids, and a third on the fucking way. Get your head out of your ass. We have more important things than just this dynamic. Fucking man up is essentially what she laid out to him. And he's like, oh, you're not wrong.
See, I took it differently. Maybe I misread it. I took it as, it's me and you, we can do anything together. That's something that my wife and I have always said. I think her comment afterwards steers it more towards what you're saying, is that he needs to be thinking more about the kids, the family, the repercussions of everything he's doing.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, she spoke to Barney before she spoke to Coop. And she couldn't get the truth out of him, which is why she did that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Because they talked, and she's like, what's going on? You know, that's why.
Like, nothing. Everything's great.
Yeah,
And,
what about
and
a
then
bag of money?
Coop's also friend and family too. That's something else that I got to remember. It's not so much that like she went to his boss, like, what are you doing to my boy? You know, it's like talking to the homies, like, we're friends too. You know, we have our own relationship outside of outside of Barney. Like, will you talk to me? Because my husband seems to be having a fucking midlife crisis, which he is.
He's crisising out what is happening here.
I think Barney's out. I think he's going to have to be out.
He has to, man. He has to be, man. It's just, it gets to where I don't like shows like Weeds got like that quick, where like I can't watch this person make obviously stupid mistakes over and over again. I can watch the Coop thing where he's trying to get out and things keep happening to them. But if you keep doing the things to you, I don't like that. And I don't want that for Barney. And right now they seem to put him in a spot where, if anything, to bring it back to Coop's going to be pretty lonely here pretty soon if this shit doesn't work out, because you don't need Barney in there with you. It doesn't seem like you're going to be able to get away from Ash easily, because Oded Fair, his character, is he a handler? Does he work for him?
He's a magi.
Yeah, exactly.
And a gigolo.
I
He's
did
had some
see.
great.
Oh my god, that's
I
right.
fucking got you.
I did see a theory on the Reds that they believe Ash is just a face, and that
Yes.
Odin Fair's the boss.
handler is the real. Yeah, exactly.
I think it is. The only thing that makes me think that Ash might be more than that, or at least Ash used to be more than that, it's just the way he moves. The way he moved with Sam was fucking weird, man. Like, you shouldn't. I date now, and you date women with kids. That's a whole conversation that has to be had. The meeting kids thing. Mm-hmm. That is.
She's already told him. She already told him before. She's like, you don't get to meet them until I say it's okay. And he bowled right over that with his grand gesture and love bombing. And she's like, fuck out of here. What are you doing?
That's him trying to take control back in the relationship, and because he doesn't know any other way to do it. He realized Sam is onto him, everyone's onto him. His relationship with Coop and everyone else is being fractured. So what's the best way to do it? Is keep steamrolling. What can I do to just like he's an illusionist. Like, what can I do to distract?
It's classic narcissist behavior. I mean, that's all that it is. It's just like, I need to control everything, and everything is about me, and something became not about me, and I don't like that. I did something that I think is great. You don't think it's great. Well, everyone else would think that I'm great. That's essentially all that it is.
Not me.
So you're the problem,
That's
not
exactly
me.
what happened.
I've seen that so often with men that have money. And sorry, this isn't like a man-hating podcast, but in a way it kind of is.
A
little bit. In a way it kind of is.
This show is like, it doesn't make us look good, guys.
No,
no. This is not good for your team.
But I've seen this so often, especially men with money that think their money and the things they can do with it can make up for the things that they don't do personally. You see that all the times with dads that give gifts to kids to be like, look, this is how much I love you. A whole vacation's worth, you know? Yes. Or the guys trying to date that are like, hey, I know I fucked up our relationship, but I snuck into your house and got a catering team and gave your kids some cool remote control trucks. That's love, right? Right?
Yep. And to make it feel better, this is not even just a men thing. This is a rich people thing. Because, like, you actually nailed it, dude. It's not just with women and their wife. They do it with their kids, with friends, man. I used to, like, back in Colorado, the people like that. It's Ash to a T, man. Hey, here's some money. Now you're mine. And they, like, collect people that collect people, and that's what, like, Ash is a collector, not just fucking books. He collects people like assets, and that's just like, ugh. Just
Spot
don't.
on.
They made me hate James Marsden. Congrats. I
You
do
did
not
it.
find him charming.
Go watch Sonic.
Nope, he's still
That'll
charming.
do it.
That'll bring us back around. You know what is funny is like now that we have it in this light, which we've kind of always known, but now that we're talking about it, I think it really paints Delilah in a different picture. That she's one of the few people that just have seen all of his bullshit, that hate him for who he is, and he can't do anything about it. And he keeps trying to be like, look at all the cool stuff. Look at the concert I'm taking you to in the limo with your
No,
new
Dad, get outta
boyfriend.
here.
And she doesn't fucking care. And I'm at the point where it's like, maybe she's not the Viper like we've mentioned before. Maybe she's just fucking real and she sees what her dad really is.
Well, do you guys remember her reaction back at the Hamptons house when the FBI came in and she got viscerally upset and had to leave, and Hunter went with her, and she's just like, this is happening again. She's just absolutely over it.
She's tired of the bullshit.
She's tired of the bullshit. This is the kid that has, a dad that travels and has to keep moving and can't make friends in the same town over and over again. Like, she's just been uprooted so much in her life. She's just like, all of this shit, I can't put up with you anymore.
I
Yeah,
wonder what
she's
she
not the
knows.
honeypot. She's the barometer or the control against it. Because it's like, now, dude, I'm having that like usual suspect swap going back through Delilah. Because like I go back to that first party, how she acted. Didn't even fucking care about this elaborate party and like the fuck you dad attitude. Like, I think you're 100% onto something. Like, she knows her dad's a fuck ass, and like, just what are you gonna do? Your dad's a rich fuck ass. You know, you're gonna leave.
I
I
mean,
think-
until she's
I
18, she
think the
can't.
whole-
But yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She'd be an emancipated
I
man.
think the reason
Sure.
we viewed her as a Viper was because of how she moved against Hunter, and when Hunter had another girl, like had a girlfriend, and so she kind of got in the.
I think a
in the
little bit of
middle
that is seeing
wedged
her dad's
herself in.
behavior.
Yeah.
Right. That's
And
what I'm
that's
saying
just
though.
teenagers.
Is we put that filter on her because of how she did that.
Right.
When in reality, she may just that's just how she saw her dad work. So she kind of inherently does it too by accident, even though she doesn't realize it, or maybe whatever.
Yeah, it's probably
You
a
But she
imitate your
may
developed,
not
surroundings.
actually be.
it's a developed
Yeah, she may not
defense
actually be
mechanism.
a villain.
Yeah,
Right.
she
Sam.
wants friends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she just wants
I'm
a
actually
friend.
curious
she's
as to
lonely.
what she knows about her dad, because parents always think that kids don't know, and kids always know a little
Kids
bit
pick
more.
up on
No more.
everything.
And I wonder what she knows, how much she has told Hunter, or if like there is going to be a point where he becomes her only confidant, where she says, "This is the only person I feel actually connected to."
I feel like it could be something where she probably hasn't told him anything, because there's also probably a level of shame and embarrassment to have to deal with this type of a parent, that you're just like, they're always trying to absolve themselves just by buying you things, and she just wants she clearly just wants friendship out of Hunter, but she also wants relationship. She wants someone that's in her corner for more than just obligation, because she's his daughter, so he's obligated to keep doing stuff. She doesn't feel that love from him. So I feel like there's going to be a big level of that, and I don't know that that also means that she would tell Hunter everything. I feel like she would just say, she probably isn't going to say anything, because it's more defensive to just say, I need a friend, you're my friend now, and be that person for them, than treat them as a confidant at this level of, teenage angst.
Maybe she doesn't say anything now, but she might be the get out of jail free card for Coop later in the season.
There you go.
Because if not, then she's just been the distraction for Hunter all season. There's no real reason for Ash to have a daughter that hates him so much. Like, she's gonna be kind of the one that has the dirt, that's able to help Coop via Hunter as we get later in the season.
Hunter's the honey dick. Like, I love the way
Yes!
that we've worked backwards.
So always the musicians.
Guys, anything else in this episode you guys want to hit on before we get out of here?
Elena.
Allie.
Oh, okay.
I don't care about Allie, dude.
Allie, I think is just like it's. I
Coop
don't.
was
It
an
just feels
asshole.
like, yeah, she just wants to take back her life, and no matter how
she
destructive it is, it's the same thing Coop did at the end of season 1. I want to be in control of my life, no matter how dumb the decision is.
Yeah.
It just is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
it really felt like they were writing her off. They gotta whittle this shit down, dog. They gotta whittle it because like we're losing the plot. Because I was like really upset. I was like, man, when is he gonna rob somebody again? Like I came to watch this nigga hit a lick, and then all of a sudden he's like,
I'm not familiar with that term, Jag. What does that mean?
he finally did it.
Go to Urban Dictionary, Cough. We'll take a moment.
$300,000 baseball card though. Holy balls!
That's for real.
Crazy.
That's that. I love the way he said like a grown man collects that. I'm like, I collect comic books.
when Ghost Dad's telling him, and now you're trapped in a bathroom stealing a baseball card. He's like, it's a little reductive. Coop says something there where he's like, I'm doing this for Tori. And it's kind of like, are you though?
Are you?
Because if you're doing something for Tori, it would have been to go right back into your old. Like we keep saying, the best decisions would just be to do the safe decisions every time. But all these men, their pride doesn't allow them to do that.
Oh, silly pride.
We talked about Elena, or mentioned her at least. I've got to be honest, like I'm not feeling the story much. They kind of keep injecting it little by little, and I don't know if there's been the necessary buildup, but I am still worried about her because this one specific scene did instill some actual fear that it's not just a money thing. It could be many different things. The way that Felix stroked her face made me incredibly uncomfortable as a viewer. And I watched this episode
The way that
twice.
he adjusted her necklace was like a very quick, like, I can easily just strangle you right here. And like, this is the level of
and it was a cross necklace too, with a crucifix, and he kind of adjusted it to put the crucifix back to the front.
Yeah.
There was a lot going on there.
There was a lot of upsetting things.
It was creepy for sure.
super creepy.
But that's why I'm worried that she, unfortunately, is a loose end for Coop and for now Barney and Nick, because she knows A, what they're doing, and B, where the money's at. So how long before her loyalty is tested? Not that she's not, she's disloyal, but where's the line before she's like, you know what? Fuck these rich fucks. I need to protect myself and my fuck-ass brother.
Yeah.
What I think it becomes is an interesting wrinkle where Coop is eventually going to have to deal with people that don't do white collar crime. It's going to be a whole new world of crime that he's not used to, and there's a lot less rules. And it's going to be very unsettling for him, because at least here with Ash, he's like, well, I'm an expert in this field. I know how to handle money, and I've got other people involved in this, and I kind of have, a support system. On this other side, he has Elena, who he has basically left out to dry this season in a whole new world that he is not understanding of.
Yeah. As soon as she delivers that now $65,000 in a week, he's going to have even more questions about where she's getting this money and want to have it in on wherever she's getting this money.
But she
It's
really
like
wanted
Coop
to
stepped
throw
in
him
two
off.
separate piles of shit. You have like your white collar crime shit, and then you're just tracking around the house, and then you're like, oop, guess what? Real crime,
More poopy.
Yeah. So and neither one, like the one thing that's correct is like you don't just get out of either of them. It's never just like like Coop's whole my ghost dad said I need to do better.
And I feel like we're going to get that, right? Like we're going to get these moments where Coop thinks he's out and he's not out. And then the other thing that I'm like sitting around waiting for is when one of his immediate family members finds out what he's doing, because Barney found out what he's doing. One of the
What's his
kids
wife
or
gonna
his
do,
wife is going
man?
to find out.
Like I think he should talk to his wife. What's she gonna do?
Ex-wife?
Ex-wife.
Well, yeah, okay,
Kinda.
yeah, legally.
That's the one that counts.
I will
Jag.
say, maybe I'm part of the pussification of America. I find Coop's. I'm saying that ironically, Sam. Don't have that fucking face.
We'll be back in the Joe Rogan podcast in a minute.
Philandering to be a bit much.
out.
So you're telling me that every woman wants to fuck him, but essentially Elena. Like it's a little like I watched him like kiss 3 different women. It's getting like Mad Mini a little bit,
What?
What?
Are you saying that John Hamm's not a handsome man?
Are you saying it's
He is.
unbelievable that this many women want to fuck John Hamm?
Just so natural.
I disagree.
I think it's because the only women he finds himself around are the women that he has had relationships with.
It just feels like dude misogynistic writing is what I'm saying.
little
I'm
bit.
not saying that women don't
guess.
find John
A
Hamm
little bit.
attractive.
Yeah.
I
The
just
way
think
Liv
that
threw
women,
herself at him.
yes, that's my problem. It's like
Bit much.
you could find, like, everyone finds Elena attractive, you know, obviously, like, she's an attractive lady, but like we're not. This is a bad. Men are fucking dumb. Let me go the other way. Grace is objectively attractive. Olivia.
You derailed me.
Yeah. See, I already fucked this up. James Marsden is objectively attractive, like as like a dude.
What?
But like women aren't going to be like, all right, I guess all I could do is have sex with you. These are like rich women, like established themselves. They're just throwing themselves at Coop. It doesn't feel very real. Now, the one woman
Jag
on
right
this
now
pod-
is Sam and Mel digging the grave for the dog, and he just keeps hitting another fucking water pipe every time.
How am I making me look bad? I'm saying that women don't just want to randomly fuck men like that. Like, how am I?
No,
When you-
I feel like there is a level that makes sense to what you're saying, Jag. I agree. And there's also another level to this, and, you know, it can go back to the writer's room on this, where, you know, Sam's doing the tour of the house and her friends are saying, so, like, you've really gotten a great one with Ash, you know, not only is, you know, he attractive, but he's, you know, he's got money, he's attractive, he's got money, and he's attractive. And they just keep saying the same thing back and forth, and they're just like, okay, so that's all that I'm looking for. And you can just kind of see Sam's face kind of drop, like,
But
is
Sam,
this what I've just been reduced to?
That's
have
that's
you
my
considered
point.
the fact? Have you considered the fact that Ash is both incredibly handsome and very, very rich?
Nailed it.
Yes.
I think it's less of a commentary on misogyny and more of a commentary on how shallow these people are
Yes.
in this type of community, that where they are fiscally, they don't see anything else except for the outward appearance and what is on the surface.
Last disclaimer, I mean misogynistic writing. Again, I've talked
Okay.
about this. I've tried to go to take classes to not write characters like Coop. Like, I'm a white man, and no matter what I do, all the women want to fuck me. Like, that's
That's a fair critique. That is a fair critique.
it's like, come on, guys. Like, I feel like what I'm saying is like makes
Very
sense.
fair.
That's how you say it. It's funny.
It was
You got
was
there.
out of nowhere.
You got there.
But we got there. We got there.
Landed it. Plane's fine.
Little bumpy on the approach, but we'll be fine.
It was who was the pilot that landed the plane upside down? We're like, well, he did it. There you go.
Yeah, I
Jag
just Sully
is
did.
Sully.
Actually, I Denzel'd it. I'm drunk as shit now. You just wake up and all of a sudden everything happened.
I don't even know where I am.
All right, guys, we got 2 more episodes of Your Friends and Neighbors, and we'll be back again next week covering that on Thursday. All of our Apple TV shows are going to be moving up a day because The Boys is no longer going on Prime Video, so we're gonna be moving our Apple
RIP.
TV shows up a day. Well, I guess it was kind of time to put that show down, but yeah, those shows will be moving up. We'll see you again next week. As always, I want to thank everybody for watching and listening all the way through. For myself, for Sam, for Koff, for Jag. We'll see you next week. Adios.
How do I not get this notification anymore? You're always working in the background. I don't. Fuck, man. Sorry.
Jag, you talking to your computer slaves?
Yes, dude. It's
I get it.
like system settings will be like Google Updater's working in the background. Okay, all right, good job. You know.
Bet.
It just needs validation.
You don't need to
Jag.
clock in with me. Jag's totally the millennial boss. He's like, I don't need to know what you're doing. Just do it.
Just
That's
put the
someone-
fries in the bag,
you're actually like I rewatched Project Hail Mary, and I fucking love what's the German chick? The actress named Sandra Hüller.
Yeah.
Because that's how I operate. Is like hers. It's like in meetings I'm like that. Like I don't care about like so like, I got to do crack at 3. I'm like, cool, man. You're gonna get that project in.
You do what you got to do, I guess.
What?
Do not talk to me about it. Like all I want to see is deadlines.
Oh my god.
It's like I had to tell. I'm like, man, I know this is a generational gap. I do not enjoy random phone calls because he's like, hey man, it always goes straight to voicemail. I'm like, yeah, man, I figured you'd get that like the 7th time. You shouldn't call me.
I'm about to start.
Film like
coughing.
that.
I'm gonna go grab water.
Sometimes I'll see the phone call and I'm just like, I'm in the middle of something. I can't stop for a 20-minute call right now.
That's why
And
I
I'll
texted
I'll
you.
do
I was
the
like,
auto
Alfredo,
reply.
Yeah, can I call you? Like
Yeah.
you need to text me before you call me, so I am ready to be called.
The only person that I will answer for every time is my mom or dad.
Yeah,
Like
or wife.
Nah,
I
screen those calls.
she's never anywhere that I'm not.
Okay.
We are each other's Pikachu. We live together. We work in the same house. Like Gabby and I have not worked together since like 2014. Like we're talking Obama first term. We have worked together for always.
No. Obama was that's second term there, buddy. You got your mouth
Was
wrong.
it?
Obama's first was 2008.
Well, that's the last time that character was wet, so there you go. That's Sam's like I shouldn't have been drinking water.
What?
That comment
You
that the
missed that
husband
line?
made to his wife, where he's just like, "You haven't been wet since the Obama administration," which is nuts.
I've learned that is very millennial because I use that all the time. Like someone's like, I don't want to bring up politics. I'm like, buddy, I'm not talking about politics. I'm talking about time. Like,
Yeah.
time, like,
And
politics
honestly,
has nothing to do with it.
It feels legit 20 years ago.
It does, man.
That's
Like we're
'cause
at the
it's
age where we
18.
talk
It's
about
not that
things.
far.
No, it's almost 20 years, my guy. It feels like it. Am I
Since
wrong?
Obama, his administration was
It's
10 years ago.
2026.
Beginning or end?
2028.
We're talking two different things.
Yeah, because I graduated at 17, and I realized that like, half my life I've been out of high school, and I'm still just a boy.
Just a baby.
I don't have any monies.
Just a baby.
Just a baby. I just got here. So weird.
It's like Charlie.
baby,
It's always
gotta
funny.
love
He's
me.
like, it's like, no, he's a boy like me, and he's like got gray in his beard. It's like,
All right, I know Jag's on a clock because that dog's gonna wake up and just
Become a
eat your
terror.
house.
Fuck
Yes.
shit it.
Yeah.
he's immediately gonna piss and shit and chew, like in that order: piss, shit, chew.
I mean, don't we all?
I
depends
don't
on
care
how the
about
night
this show
goes.
anymore.
Your friends and neighbors?
Oh yeah, did I say that out loud? I didn't.
Oh,
Wait, what'd you say?
he says he doesn't care about the show anymore.
He's a father.
throw it
now.
to
He
you
has more
first, then.
important Things to do.
Yeah. And with that, you get to talk about it first.
I had to get that out of my system. The apathy. I got to get it out now. It's like-
Guys, don't expect Jag to score many points today. He's gonna do the Jackie Moon. You pass it to him. He's like, I'm gonna pass it right back.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna roam. I'm gonna roam over here if you need
Yeah.
me. I'm gonna go rover.
This
All
was
right.
the penultimate episode, right?
No,
No.
Why
So
can't
there
I
are 2 more.
count?
I don't know
Because-
why.
You asked this yesterday.
There's
It's like,
10
it's not only that
episodes.
you
We're
can't
on
count,
episode
You're in
8.
a time loop. You're in a time loop right now. Yeah.
Sam is in the Matrix right now. Just seeing
No,
the same thing.
I'm just
twice.
on Widow's Bay.
That's true. That's where I'm at. It's like out of all the shows we're watching now, The Boys is done. Your Friends and Neighbors officially the weakest one.
Jag is dating 3
Euphoria.
girls right now
Euphoria.
named Euphoria,
Euphoria's the
Widow's
weakest.
Bay, and Your Friends and Neighbors. Euphoria is the crazy chick that he's like, I'm not going to see you anymore, but you're kind of fun once a week. Your
Yes.
Friends and Neighbors is the chick where it's like, this used to be fun, but you're boring now. And then Widow's Bay is like, this bitch is interesting.
Yes.
You now like that's the perfect example. That's exactly where I'm at, dog. Like
Sorry for
there's
saying
actually nothing really wrong with Your Friends and Neighbors. Like it's perfectly okay show.
You're
I
just
moved
not
on.
as hot as Widow's Bay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Widow's
there's a
Bay.
new hotness.
She's
You're
the
distracted.
crazy hot is like high on Widow's Bay, and you're like, I'm intrigued. I gotta figure this out.
Widow's Bay is at the peak
Widow's
of the
Bay is a
crazy
goth
hot scale.
chick.
Oh,
No. Widow's Bay is a goth chick, and you're like, oh, mommy.
A goth muscle
Euphoria
mommy.
is
a
Maddie.
Latina goth muscle mommy for Jag.
And Euphoria is like Maddie as like like man, the sex is great, but she will burn my house down.
All of these things.
we date very differently.
Sam, we encourage you to date all the goth chicks you want.
I love how you guys are always supportive.
That's what we do. You know, that's men in a nutshell. We'll support you if it's advantageous to us.
Yes. Until the
I
male
fucking
loneliness is
won't.
like, no,
What are
you
you
can't just
talking
switch to
about?
girls. That's not fair.
I will not support you randomly like that. Like if it sucks, I'll have my qualms.
But you said to be positive.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about Jagger's qualms is that he says qualms.
Qualm is a good word.
It's a good word.
All right.
Feels good when you say it. Qualms.
Qualms. All right. Here we go, kids. Today we're talking everything from Your Friends and Neighbors, Season 2, Episode 8. In this episode, a character gets told she has not been wet since the Obama administration. Well, same for all of us. We're talking... Fuck, I can't even do it.
Why are we in that group?
I was like, okay, so is this just targeted at me? And then you guys
No,
are just
all
like,
of us. None of us have been wet since Obama.